Oh yeah, peace everybody, what's good? It's our boy George Malachi Williams, and you are now tuned to New Media Today USA. Let's go. All right, everybody, right now we want to talk about this particular topic here, man. Blue Blood Sports TV, the LDBC, they are at it again. Wait a minute, let me take these headphones off. They at it again, y'all. Now, on January 15th, Blue did a video entitled, he was talking about how Deontay Wilder, Beyonce is what I call him because he likes to twerk all the time for people who are new to the channel. Deontay Wilder, aka Deontay Wilder, aka the Bronx Bomber, he was getting paid allegedly $32 million payout in court from Tyson Fury's camp. Because Tyson Fury is trying to fight AJ for the undisputed heavyweight champion. That is way bigger than a rematch with Beyonce, right? So now, Deontay Wilder, get a little backstory on it, right? Deontay Wilder allegedly supposed to have, him and Tyson Fury supposed to have a trilogy match. But Bob Arum said that the contract had expired in November, December, somewhere up in there of 2020. So since the contract expired, that particular contract was null and void for the trilogy. You see what I'm saying? So now, Deontay allegedly was supposed to be, according to Blue Blood Sports TV and the LDBC, he's suing Tyson Fury to force the rematch, the trilogy. Well, he didn't sue him for that. He sued him because he wanted a payout. He wanted a settlement. And they went to mitigation with the court. They went into mitigation with the court, with the judge. And the judge is going to make a decision on what'll be fair for both parties, right? Because Tyson Fury said he's not fighting Deontay Wilder anymore. The contract had expired. This is what Tyson Fury said out of his mouth. You see what I'm saying? This is what he said. This is what his camp has said, and this is what's been publicly put out there, coming out of Bob Arum's mouth, coming directly out of Tyson Fury's camp directly. So this is not no innuendo. This is not no assumption, assuming, or any of that. This is what it is, right? So now, Beyonce took Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, to court, to do a mitigation to try to see can he get some kind of settlement. Blue Blood Sports TV said that he's going in there to try to force the trilogy. Tyson Fury has no choice but to fight him now because Beyonce is suing him. He said it, Fanon said it, they was wrong, they was lying, it was fake news. You see what I'm saying? See, what I don't like about the LDBC is this. They lie so much. They cap so hard for Deontay Wilder. They don't understand, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Because what it is they suffer from confirmation bias. And confirmation bias is when you do research and you look for any kind of information that confirms what you already want to believe, even though that is not true. But because it fits your narrative to what you want to believe, you take it and run with it and say this is what it is. So he just shot a video January 15th saying that Beyonce was getting offered $32 million to step aside so Tyson Fury can fight AJ for the undisputed match. Now, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but my common sense tells me what fighter in the world is going to send somebody $32 million to step aside? You know what I mean? Because him and AJ supposed to have supposed to be trying to do a trilogy match. They're gonna have a first fight and then they're gonna have a rematch depending on who wins. They're gonna have a rematch clause. Nobody's gonna offer no Deontay Wilder no $32 million. Deontay Wilder haven't made $32 million in his entire boxing career. Why would Tyson Fury do that? So, and he says that reports are that Tyson Fury is offering Deontay Wilder $32 million to step aside so that he can fight AJ for the unification match in the UK. Reports from whom? See, these YouTube fans who follow the LDBC, they take what Blue Blood Sports TV says for value for law, right? Because he says it. Wait a minute. He listen. If it didn't come from Tyson Fury's mouth, if it didn't come from Bob Arum's mouth, if it didn't come from his camp or even Deontay Wilder's camp, if you don't have them on the record saying, hey, yeah, this is what this negotiation and litigation is all about, and in court, this is what it is. One thing I do know, when you're doing a settlement, when you're trying to sue for a settlement, they have NDA clauses, right? These are non-disclosures. They're not going to disclose what the settlement amount is for or what it's in negotiations for. So if they're not going to discuss that in court, how in the hell does a YouTuber from the LDBC know what's going on in court? Unless somebody from Tyson Fury's camp reached out to him and say, hey, yeah, man, we're in negotiations for this. Or somebody in Beyonce's camp saying, yeah, we're in negotiations for this. It's not true. It's fake. It's fake news. These guys are just shooting videos, just be shooting videos at this point. Just lying. You know, y'all want to hype Deontay up so much. The man not getting no $32 million from Tyson Fury. That's a lie. That's fake. That's false. Now he shoots a video, as you can see in the title, saying that Tyson Fury is offering Deontay Wilder $10 million to step aside. Where you heard that from? You see what I'm saying? First, 3 days ago, you said $32 million. Now you're saying $10 million. Well, which one is it? That's a $22 million difference. You see what I'm saying? So where is he getting this information from? Where did you get the $32 million offer from that you shot on the 15th of January? And where are you getting this $10 million from that you just shot today? Today, which is the 18th. Today is Monday. You see what I'm saying? Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Happy birthday, rest in peace to Martin Luther King Jr. But my point is this here. The LDBC, they lie so much, man. Like, this doesn't make any sense. You're not in the courtroom. You don't know what's going on. Reports from where? Where are these reports coming from? It could be coming from a bum from the street. Reports could be coming from Blue himself. Reports could be coming from somebody who he knows, who just wanted to spread a rumor. Where does he get these reports from? Reports says that, what reports? Where are they coming from? If they're not coming from Deontay Wilder's camp, if they're not coming from Tyson Fury's camp, yeah, you're not going to get any reports from Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder's camp. You know why? Because more than likely it's going to be an NDA. They're negotiating this in the courtroom. These are non-disclosure agreements. Most of these, I'm very familiar with NDAs. Most of these settlements are non-disclosures. They're very strict about that. They're going to be tight-lipped. If Deontay Wilder was to come out and say, yeah, we're negotiating this and we're doing that, it'll blow up his whole spot. Nobody's going to pay him no $32 million or even $10 million to step aside. For what? You didn't make $10 million. You haven't made $10 million probably your whole career. You know what I mean? But you might have made $10 million, on between the Tyson Fury and first and second fight, and Tyson Fury first and second fight, Luis Ortiz 2 fights, and maybe Dominic Brazil combined. You probably did that, but to say you got, it was an offer for $32 million, and then now it's an offer for $10 million, and this guy's a YouTuber sitting in his house shooting videos. How the hell you know all this information if it's not readily available that was released by the courts or released by Tyson Fury and his camp, or Deontay Wilder and his camp? Or, if they haven't released a statement or anything. You don't know. You're just guessing. You're making up lies. Just like this Glovegate stuff. When y'all was saying that Tyson Fury was cheated. And then Beyonce didn't say nothing for like 6 months. And then he finally come out and say, yeah, I believe he cheated. He did this. He did that. First he said that he came to the ring and he had the mask on. It affected his breathing ability. He said the mask kind of suffocated him, and that's what affected him in the fight. Then he said that he had the Power Ranger suit on Black History Month, and it wore his legs out. His legs was weak. He has very skinny legs, right? Then he said that he think Mark Breeden put something in his drink, spiked his drink, had him kind of groggy. Then he said that the referee seemed like he was on Tyson Fury's side. But the referee took a point from Tyson Fury. He took a point from Tyson Fury. So if he was trying to help Tyson Fury, why would he take a point from him? One, right? Then he said that Tyson Fury cheated. Y'all said his gloves was floppy. But that was video from the first fight. And then he said that Tyson Fury must have had some kind of metal in his gloves, right? So he said he had all this proof, all this evidence, right? Well, if you had proof and evidence of all these crimes or irregularities or things that went down, why you didn't sue Tyson Fury and bring him to court for that? Why you didn't say, hey, look, I got proof that this guy had metal in his gloves? Well, you know why you can't do that? Because your trainer, Jay Diaz, or Jay Diaz, whatever his name is, he was in the room. He was in the room in the locker room where Tyson Fury was getting his hand wrapped by Sugar Hill, and he approved of the hand wrappings. So if it was metal in his gloves, if it was metal in his wraps, then why would your corner, why would Jay Diaz, your manager, and your trainer, your assistant trainer, why would he approve of the wrappings? Why would he approve of his fighter fighting a guy who had metal in his gloves when he sat right there and physically watched the hands get wrapped? That doesn't make any sense. So all of that was a lie. You guys lied about that. You guys lied about the glove gate. You just didn't want to accept the fact that your man got his behind whooped. He got his ass whooped. He got knocked out. Tyson Fury said that he was what he was going to do to him, and he did it. He was front foot dominant in the fight. He took it to him. He went to his body. He caught him with hooks, uppercuts. When he threw his jab, he wasn't flicking his jab anymore. He was punching through the object. And when you got a big man that's 6'9", 273, 74 pounds, that's fighting you and stepping to you, and putting his weight on his punches, that was the difference in the fight. All this stuff, but I had a dent in the side of my head. Man, that man beat the brakes off you. That man knocked sense. That man beat the brakes off you, man. He knocked sense out of your brain, man. And you don't want no more of that. After that ass whooping that you took, you don't want to fight the Gypsy King again. And I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't want to fight him either. Man beat me like that, I don't want no more smoke. You see what I'm saying? So this is just another smoke screen. LDBC running interference again. As you can see, Blue Blood Sports TV. He's doing it again. So man, I just I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? This is what they're doing. But I just want to let y'all know, Tyson Fury has not offered Deontay Wilder no $10 million. He didn't offer him the $32 million. He didn't offer him $32 million. That is the video that Blue put out 3 days ago. All of this is lies and fake news. Unless you hear something directly from Tyson Fury's camp or Tyson Fury, or unless you hear something directly from Deontay Wilder's camp, anything that a YouTuber, whether it's myself, whether it's Blue, LDBC, or whoever, is not true. We don't know. We're not in the courtroom. We're not in the courtroom, so we don't know. So other than that, that's all I got for you guys today, man. I'm finna shoot another video right after I upload this one. Please like, share, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm really trying to grow. Thank you so much, guys, for taking the time out to watch. Just stay the hell away from the LDBC, man. I'm sick and tired of these guys. All the lies, all the BS. Please like, share, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Other than that, oh yeah, hit the notification bell so you can get alerts when I when I upload another video. Okay. Other than that, guys, this is George Malachi Williams representing for New Media Today USA. Peace.